Welcome to Facts and Fact, a channel that delves into the depths of history to uncover the most intriguing and spine-chilling stories. Today, we'll be exploring a true crime story that shook a community and the nation as a whole. It's a disturbing tale of violence and terror that highlights the devastating consequences of domestic violence. Join me as we delve into the tragic events and examine the aftermath of this horrific crime. It was a picturesque September day in 2014, and the quiet suburb of Jeffersonville, Indiana, was bustling with the usual sounds of daily life. But beneath the surface, something sinister was brewing, something that would shock the community and the entire nation to its core. Tammy Jo Blanton was a beautiful, vivacious woman who had fallen for Joseph Oberhansley, a man with a dark and troubled past. They had moved in together, but their relationship had taken a turn for the worse. Neighbors reported hearing heated arguments and violent outbursts emanating from their home, but nobody could have imagined the horrors that awaited them. On September 11, 2014, Tammy Jo's mother placed a frantic 911 call, concerned for her daughter's safety. Tammy Jo had gone silent, unresponsive to calls and messages, and her mother was gripped with a growing sense of dread. When the police arrived at the house, they found a scene of unimaginable horror. Tammy Jo's lifeless body lay on the bathroom floor, the victim of a brutal and vicious attack. The investigation that followed would reveal the full extent of Joseph Oberhansley's depravity. After breaking into Tammy Jo's home on September 11, 2014, Oberhansley attacked her with a knife, stabbing her repeatedly in the heart and lungs. He then used a jigsaw to dismember her body, with evidence indicating that he also attempted to eat parts of it. Police found parts of Tammy Jo's body in various locations throughout the home, including the bathtub and the kitchen. The prosecution presented graphic evidence of the crime during the trial, describing in detail the multiple stab wounds that Tammy Jo had suffered and the disturbing dismemberment of her body. It was a horrific and disturbing scene, and the community was left reeling from the brutality of the crime. Despite Oberhansley's claims that Tammy Jo's death was an accident, the prosecution argued that he had planned and executed the murder with intent. He had shown a pattern of violent behavior towards Tammy Jo before the murder, and DNA evidence found at the crime scene linked him conclusively to the crime. The details of Tammy Jo's final moments are shrouded in mystery, but the prosecution's case presented a horrifying picture of the violence and terror she must have endured at the hands of Oberhansley. It's a story that sends chills down the spine, highlighting the devastating consequences of domestic violence and the importance of speaking out against it. The memory of Tammy Jo Blanton will live on in the community, a reminder of the tragedy that struck on that fateful September day. And while justice has been served with Oberhansley's life sentence, the scars of the crime will never fully heal for those who knew and loved Tammy Jo. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, make sure to subscribe to our channel. We post videos like this 3 to 4 times a week, delving into the most intriguing and spine-chilling stories from the past.